Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. And have you ever wondered who coached Alabama before Bear Bryant came in? Man's name was Jennings Bryan Whitworth, otherwise known as Ears Whitworth. He was from Arkansas. He played tackle for Alabama 1930-1931. He was head coach of Oklahoma A&M from 1950 to 1954. Then 1955 to 57, he coached Alabama. The team posted a 4-24-2 record, worst for a non-interim coach in school history. Included the 1955 winless season. Alabama's last winless season to date, and a 14-game losing streak from 1955 to 1956. First year, he was only allowed to hire two of his own assistant coaches, forced to retain the rest of the former coach Harold Drew's assistants. He brought in assistant coach Moose Johnson with him from Oklahoma A&M. Following successive 2-7-1 seasons, 1956-1957, he was fired and replaced by Bear Bryant. So you look at the years in Alabama: 0-7 in 1955, 2-5 in 1956, 1-6-1 in 1957. So one of the things I had heard about him from my dad, I don't know, the accuracy of it, but he had told me that he had two different quarterbacks. He put in one quarterback for running play, the other quarterback for passing play, and as a result, Alabama lost almost all of their games because of that. Then obviously the opposing team would know what kind of play they're going to run and would have a defense set up for it very easily. So no wonder if that's the case, no wonder they didn't win very many games when he was the head coach. Bear Bryant was at the time coaching Texas A&M, and he had no desire to leave Texas A&M. He had rebuilt that program, had good success with it, but they coerced him into coming back to Alabama. That was his alma mater, and so he ended up going back there. He almost he was offered in 1969 the head coaching job with the Miami Dolphins. He nearly took the job and changed his mind and didn't take it, and then the job ultimately went to Don Shula. But that was another thing. He was offered a free car and free house. I mean, it was very tempting. He almost took it, and he ended up not taking it. I was reading something about where his wife talked him into not taking that job. Maybe she was concerned about job security when you go from college to the NFL. And yes, I can see that. Not as much security in the pros as in college. But anyway, that's what I was able to find out on Jennings Bryan Ears Whitworth. And like I said, I'm looking for ideas on shows to do in the future. If you come up with something that has to do with history, especially obscure aspects of history, if it's feasible, I will research it and base a show on it. That being said, like, subscribe, share. As always, thanks for watching.